please welcome me. Hello! Now, hello, I'm so excited. Take off the lid. You can put in, I don't know, a carton of eggs. What? Then plate it in a conventional oven.
When I get in from the gym, I'm going to jump in the shower and then do a little sit down video just to tell you exactly what I'm doing in terms of diet and exercise over the next 5 weeks. I've found that over the past few years, even though I've loved going to the gym and I've loved everything about the idea of going to the gym, fitness, diet and everything, I feel like the fact that I've had so much information has made me stall, and in a sense I've just been spinning my wheels. And it's only really since November, when I've really just had a plan in my head, really stuck to it and kept it simple, is when I've made the most progress. So I'll let you know what I've been doing. What's happening, everyone? As you can see from outside, I never come straight back and recorded the sit down part of the video, because me and my bird actually went straight out to watch Black Panther in the cinema.
And called it Wakanda.
Which I would give a solid 8 out of 10, by the way, so it's definitely worth a watch. So basically, I wanted to speak about what my plan is for the next 5 weeks, because my parents come in 2 weeks' time, and they're here for 2 weeks, and then after they leave, we go back to Gundy where we've done our farm work, so that we're allowed to stay for the second year. And basically the plan is that I want to lose as much body fat as possible over the next 4 or 5 weeks, so that I can get to Goondiwindi and I can start a lean bulk where I'm happy with my physique and I know that I'm not going to be gaining too much fat. And I basically want to do this cut while maintaining as much muscle as possible and also building muscle if that's possible. And as I said, I'm doing this cut just so that I can get to a good starting point. So that I can do a lean bulk. So as I said before, earlier in the video about I feel how I've been spinning my wheels for quite a few years. It's basically because my body type is what I would say is skinny fat. So as I've been trying to get into the gym, I've been watching YouTube videos. And when you're skinny fat, you don't have enough muscle so that you can cut and you'd have a good physique once you have lost all that fat. And also, you don't really want to go into a heavy bulk so that you can build muscle when you've already got a little bit of fat, because you don't want to just build on top of that. And that's what I mostly done inconsistently for a number of years. I'd try and bulk for about 2 or 3 months, and I'd realise how fat I was getting, and then I'd just stop. I didn't want to cut at the same time. But since November, which is when I've really started getting into the gym, going 5 days a week minimum, and I've been eating around maintenance calories, which is around about 2,500 calories, and this is where I've seen the biggest difference. I can see that I've definitely put on some muscle, and I can also see that I've leaned out a little bit, which is ideal really. And I think that's only happened because I am a beginner and I'm in what you would say is the noob phase. And although up to now, over the past couple of months, I feel like eating that maintenance calories has done me well, I feel like that style of body recomposition would take a long time. And I feel like I would rather just try and cut as much fat as possible in the next couple of weeks and then start to properly bulk, so that I can always put weight on the bench each week and I can start putting on some proper size without having to worry about cutting fat at the same time. And don't get me wrong, it is going to be hard over the next 5 weeks because I've never been able to see my abs before. Even when I was a kid, even when I was a teenager, I've always had too high a body fat percentage. So the plan is over the next 5 weeks to get around 11% body fat, 11-12% body fat, and I'm around 15 or 16 now, so I don't think it'll be too hard if I just eat in a calorie deficit of about 500 and just throw in a bit of cardio. When I can. And I'm making these videos because I feel like the main thing that stopped me and many other lads and girls who would consider themselves skinny fat is that you're not going to be completely confident in either way you go, whether you're going to cut or whether you're going to bulk first. So I just want to make these videos to show you what I'm doing, and then eventually when I get to my goal physique, you can see exactly how I've done it from the start. So as I said earlier in the video, I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to do over the next 5 weeks, and it doesn't matter what your aim is. It basically comes down to two things. It's diet and it's what you do in the gym. So first, let's talk about my plan for food over the next 5 weeks. I'm going to be keeping things fairly simple, and I'm going to eat in around a 500 to 700 calorie deficit. This is quite a moderate calorie deficit, and this deficit should mean that I'll lose about £1 a week. And I do track all my food on MyFitnessPal, so I should be bang on with my calories. But apart from scanning all my food into MyFitnessPal, I'm just not too anal about what my macros are. I normally just try and make sure I get about 0.8 grams of protein in per pound of body weight, and then I'll honestly normally just fill in carbs and fats after I've got that protein in. I'm around 77 kg, so my protein is normally about 130 to 140 grams per day, which honestly isn't too hard to get in. I'd normally have a protein shake in the morning, and then I'll normally have like a sandwich or a salad in the day with like ham or tuna or something in. And then I'll normally just have something pretty normal for dinner, like spaghetti or chili, and then I'll normally just see how much protein I need to get in after them 3 meals and then just get it in. I honestly just don't think there's much need to count your carbs and your fat that accurately if you're just a beginner like me, or if you're not doing competitions or anything. You don't need to get stage ready. You just need to try and live your life as normal, and then try and make the gym and your food just fit into your life. In terms of my workouts, I'll normally just make sure I go to the gym at least 5 days a week, and I do a push-pull leg split. And just in case anyone's interested, my leg session always stays the same, but there's normally a slight variance on my push and pull session. So for example, my first push session of the week will start with heavy bench press, which will normally be 5 sets of 5, and then after that I'll do overhead press in a hypertrophy rep range, so between 8 to 12 reps, 3 sets. And then on the second push workout of the week, then I'll just switch them to over. So then I'll do heavy 5x5 overhead press, and I'll do hypertrophy rep ranges in the chest press. And I'll also do the same with pull. So I'll be switching up rack pulls and bent over barbell rows. In terms of the weight that I'm lifting each week, I'm honestly just trying to increase my main compound lifts every week if I can. And even though I'm eating in a calorie deficit, I should still be able to do it, especially if it's only just for another 4 or 5 weeks. Like for example, when I started lifting in November, I would say 60 kg. 60 kg was quite hard for me to bench for reps, and I've just hit 80 kg today. So since November, I don't think that's too bad. And I feel like I should be able to hit around 100 kg over my bulk, which will be about 5 or 6 months. But honestly, I'd say the main thing is just to stick to it, stick to your plan and be consistent. I've been going since November now, and I feel like I can just go like as it's part of my day now. Like it feels weird for me if I don't wake up and go to the gym. And in terms of diet, I just eat similar food every day, so it just keeps it like, just make sure you're not restricting yourself in terms of food as well. Like my calories are 2,000 calories, and I could easily go out and have a burger if we want to. You can still eat out, you just might need to reduce the rest of your meals a little bit, but don't let it get in the way of your life. So that is basically my plan for the next 5 weeks. I'm just going to try and cut as much fat as possible and be pleasantly surprised if I build any extra muscle than I already have. And that'll surely be the best shape I've been in up to now in terms of leanness and muscle mass, and then that'll just create the perfect base for me to do a lean bulk for about 5 or 6 months. So I hope this little sit down chat could help you in some way, and I'll definitely be uploading videos in terms of workouts and in terms of what I'm eating as well. So make sure you like this video and make sure you subscribe as well so you don't miss any of the other videos.